We're at the State Fair in Grand Island and catching up with Greg Ibach, the Director of Agriculture. Greg, boy, another great opportunity to gather together. It's kind of like a family reunion, but the nice focus is people from all over the state can learn more about agriculture.
That's right, and with the Raising Nebraska building this year, we really have a chance to utilize some of the technology that the UNL Extension has incorporated in to answer questions that people may have about how their food is raised.
It's very interesting. You travel over the state and really over the country and the world promoting Nebraska products. But let's talk even about your backyard and the close areas, maybe in central Nebraska. There's still a lot of people that have a lot of questions, or maybe don't fully understand where their food comes from.
That's right. And as when we even look around small communities like my hometown, Sumner, Nebraska, a lot of great people live there, but there's very few of them that run the farm and ranch. They work at the co-op, they cut hair, run the welding shop, and a lot of them have jobs in Kearney or Lexington. And so there's a lot of people that don't necessarily know what goes on in that pig shed, and so an activity like Raising Nebraska gives them the chance to kind of peek in the pig shed through the educational exhibits that are there.
We talk about agriculture, and one of the things that you're kind of in charge or charged with, working with the university and others, to look at ways to expand livestock production. One of the programs, of course, Livestock Friendly. We've had a few more recently and this year. But talk about that collaboration of what we're trying to see accomplished here in Nebraska when it comes to expansion of livestock.
Well, livestock provides a great opportunity to use our finite land resources. They said years ago they're not making any more land, and they're still not making any more land. So to bring a son or daughter back to the community and not displace another family in the community, we have to figure out how to grow the farm without necessarily just doing it with row crop acres. And so livestock provides a great opportunity to build on a less productive corner of the farm and layer up on the corn and soybeans that we grow and create an income stream that helps that son or daughter return to the farm.
Well, I guess State Fair, of course, that's kind of the focus the next few days, but also Nebraska will be the center of attention also with the Husker Harvest Days. And so I know you get to run around with the governor and continue to show off agriculture as well.
Well, we have lots of activities coming up over the next few weeks that really focus on agriculture. State Fair, 4-H and FFA are big here next weekend with young kids who have worked all summer long getting to show off their exhibits. Husker Harvest Days, like you say, great chance for farmers to go and learn about the newest technology that's out there. And then we have River City Roundup towards the end of the month that gives Omaha a chance to embrace agriculture as well.
Let's talk about an event that took place this summer. Maybe folks aren't aware of it, but it continues to grow for our young people in the state. The Nebraska Ag Youth Institute. You had a record crowd, and I know from personal experience, my family was once again involved, had a great time learning about maybe things you don't think about here in Nebraska.
Well, the Nebraska Agricultural Youth Institute is the longest running institute of its kind for youth, to encourage them to become involved in agriculture and learn about ways that they can take the right course of study to target jobs that they're also informed about during that institute. And then we also talk about current issues in agriculture. So it's just a great 4-day opportunity. We had record attendance this year set, and that's 43 years running, so that's saying something.
What has been good over the last several years, I know, is you do a great job in showing and telling the kids what companies are supportive of agriculture, and you know what, that sticks with them as they start their own lives outside maybe that nuclear family.
And so a lot of those companies that support the Institute with their dollars are also there talking about the jobs and the career positions they need to fill down the road. And they make that connection between, if I talk to these kids here during the Youth Institute, hopefully I get some employees down the road.
All good things. Thanks, Greg.
Well, thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Greg Ibach, the Director of Agriculture for the state of Nebraska, has joined us from the Nebraska State Fair in Grand Island. For Ag View, I'm Ken Rogers.